So last time we were speaking about the Chachamim established that a woman forgot to light Shabbat candles before Shabbat, so then she has to light an extra candle every Shabbat moving forward. But this only applies if she really forgot on purpose and she didn't light at all. If she lit at least one candle, or she had an unforeseen circumstance come up, like she fell asleep, or the clock was wrong, and whatever, it was an accident, then that's not where it applies the halacha. You have to go and light an extra candle as a penalty. Okay, we're up to page 98, halacha 108. One who forgot to light many times must add an extra candle for each time they forgot. That's when they forgot and they could have lit and they chose not to. If this is difficult, she should donate oil or candles to a poor person instead, so they can light Shabbat candles as well. The penalty does not apply in a situation where she will become embarrassed by doing so. So let's say she's staying at somebody's house for Shabbat and does not want to ask the host for a Shabbat candle. Over there, she didn't do it not because she didn't want to do the mitzvah, she was just embarrassed to ask for a candle. So therefore, they didn't penalize her either in that case. 110. A woman does not have to light an extra candle every Shabbat if A, she forgot to light Shabbat candles but someone else lit for her in the house. B, she forgot to write a Seder bracha on the Shabbat candles. Let's say she lit, but she forgot to say the bracha on the candles. That's also considered that she lit the candle. She doesn't have to light an extra candle next Shabbat. C, she forgot to light Shabbat candles but still had an electric light in the house, since technically she fulfilled the mitzvah of candle lighting through the electric light. However, some poskim point out this is only the case when you turn on that light, the electric lights, at the time that was possible to have lit the Shabbat candles. Let's say at least after Plag Mincha and accepting Shabbat, or half hour before sunset without accepting Shabbat. If the electric lights were already lit earlier in the day, much earlier, right? So then she would be required to light another candle for Shabbat candles anyways. So therefore, there'll be a case where she might still have to light an extra candle every week. 111. One who forgot to light candles in Erev Yom Tov does not have to light another candle on the coming Shabbat or the next Yom Tov. Okay. 112. A single man who forgot to light Shabbat candles does not have to light an additional candle every week afterward. 113. What do you do with the leftovers of the candles from the Shabbat candles? If one lit a wax candle and it went out before it was consumed by the flame, or someone has leftover wicks after the oil burned out, the remnants may be used for mundane purposes or even thrown out. You're allowed to throw out the leftover wick, or throw out the leftover wax from the candle that was left from Shabbat candle. Okay, moving on to the next set of halachot. We finished the laws of candle lighting. Now we're moving on to the new section, page 101, section of Mincha Erev Shabbat. Number 1, Mincha Erev Shabbat should be preferably prayed after Mincha Ktana, after the 9th and a half halachic hour of the day, which is today is 2:33, and immediately followed by Kabbalat Shabbat. However, one is very busy and needs to pray earlier than Mincha Ktana. Then, in order to have more time to prepare for Shabbat, he may pray at the time of Mincha Gdolah, which is half hour after midday. So that's the earliest you could pray Mincha, but preferably you should pray after Mincha Ktana, just like every day. And if you need to, you could pray by Mincha Gdolah. Number 2, Mincha. Interesting. Let's see number 1. 1 second. This was also the custom of the Arizal, brought in Pirei Chaim, then the custom of the Baba Sali. They used to pray every Erev Shabbat Mincha after Mincha Gdolah. They used to pray much earlier Mincha than they did during the week. Number 2, Mincha should preferably be prayed at least 20 minutes before Shkia. That way, one will have enough time to recite some of Kabbalat Shabbat before Shkia as well. We want to accept Shabbat early, at least a few minutes. So therefore, it's better to pray Mincha 20 minutes before Shkia. Number 2, the footnote, the Yakud Yosef also points out that Arvit should only be prayed after Shkia, and not pray Mincha and Arvit during Plag Mincha, known as Tarti de Satri. He says that he should pray in a minyan that has Mincha before Shkia. Then Kabbalat Shabbat starts right before Shkia and takes up all the time of Ben Hashmashot, and that way you'll pray Arvit after Shkia, and not pray Mincha and Arvit during Plag, which is Tarti de Satri, because if you're going to pray too early before Shkia, and you're going to end up praying Arvit also before Shkia, so it's going to be a contradiction. On one hand, you pray Mincha like it's day, on the other hand, you pray Arvit like it's night. So preferably, it should be one before Shkia, one after the Shkia. Number 3, if one arrives late to a synagogue and the congregation already accepted Shabbat, he should not pray Mincha inside the sanctuary of the synagogue. Rather, he should pray Mincha in the hallway, or the Ezat Nashim if there's no woman there. Okay, let's see number 3, Shulchan Aruch Resh Samach Bet, that you're not allowed to pray Mincha in a place they already accepted Shabbat, right? And they're praying Arvit. So They all say that one may pray mincha and there's Zot Nashim. The poskim say that if you, at least you go to the women's section, it'll be allowed to pray mincha there. However, if there are men in the Ezrat Nashim who are also praying Kabbalat Shabbat, and they're also along with the minyan, so then you can't pray even there. You're going to have to go pray in the hallway. Right? Alichot Shabbat Yazdi, volume 2, states that one may pray in the hallway of the synagogue as long as there's no people who already accept Shabbat praying there as well. In any case, once you find a quiet place that you'll be able to concentrate without people passing by. Alichot Shabbat Malka says that if there's no other place to pray mincha, such as if it's raining outside and there's no side room to pray, then you're able to pray in the synagogue sanctuary. He has no choice. But preferably, you shouldn't pray there if you're praying mincha and they're praying Kabbalat Shabbat. Because sometimes happens, guy comes late. He has to know he's not allowed to pray inside there. Number 4, one may begin to pray mincha in the sanctuary, even if he knows that he's not going to be able to finish praying before the congregation begins Kabbalat Shabbat. So when we're talking about you have to pray in another room, that's when you come late and you're about to start to pray. But if you started to pray at the right time and your mincha is going long because you're having a lot of kavanah and the minyan is starting Kabbalat Shabbat and you're still in mincha, that's fine. Okay. Number 4, the footnote. Halacha Berura permits one to begin mincha even though the congregation has begun. However, once they begin l'chadodi or boy kala, you should leave the sanctuary in order to pray mincha. Halacha Berura states is only regarding beginning the Shemona Esrei of mincha. However, if one has not yet recited Ashrei, then one should not begin if one will not be able to begin the Shemona Esrei before the congregation recites the Chadodi. Okay, I said it. Number 5, in a place where there are many minyanim praying at different times in the same area, such as the Kotel, you're allowed to pray mincha even though there's a minyan that's already praying Arvit. Because this is known to be a place where there's multiple minyanim. But in one shul, when there's one minyan, and they're praying Arvit, and you come late and you want to pray mincha, then that's a problem. You can't pray in the same room. Number 6, a minyan of people may pray mincha in a synagogue sanctuary, even if a prior minyan already prayed and accepted Shabbat early in that room. So, where this halacha you can't pray mincha in a place where they accepted Shabbat is where they're currently praying. What if a minyan came, prayed way much earlier than you, they finished and they left, and now you come in to pray mincha with a different minyan? That's okay. You're allowed to pray mincha there. It's not considered a problem to pray there. Number 6 over here, footnote. Halacha Berura adds that one may pray mincha there even if there's still some people remaining in the synagogue who already pray Arvit. Furthermore, one who prayed Arvit already can be counted for the minyan for mincha, for those people who are coming to pray mincha, and they can say kaddish and say kedusha. So it's not like oh, he already accepted Shabbat, he can't be part of our count for our minyan, or he can't be part of the kaddish because they already prayed accepted Shabbat.